Hello and welcome back to my channel, Opulence with Gia. I am your host with the mostest, Gia. And if you are new here, I would like to let you know that I'm a clear channel for Mother Agua and the Marcadians. And if you're curious to know who is that, what is that, everything is linked below in the description, my website, all my social media handles where I talk in detail and depth on who these beings are that I channel. Oh boy. Mother Agua does not enjoy formalities, but of course, in the human 3D world, we need to do all this logical stuff of explaining who we are and why we are here. And, you know, yeah, just explaining, a lot of explaining, right? A lot of explaining, which is actually very exhausting from a higher perspective point of view because you just are who you are, right? But then there is expectation for you to give your name, your age, your background, explain why you look the way you look, all this silly nonsense that comes um, forward, and it feels very unnecessary. And this, as you have, if you have not noticed yet, this will be a channeled message and from Mother Agua. And Mother Agua, I will let you know, is the mother of the oceans. And the mother of the oceans. And as you know, as being the channel for the ocean, there is no boundaries, no explanations, no labels. There is just no one way. It's everything. Okay. Nothing is linear here. Um, yes. So we've started hot on today's episode. We're going in hot. I will try my best to slow down as I channel because I know sometimes the speed can pick up and it can become very difficult to understand and integrate information. But the topic I, as my human Gia, chose today to discuss was the sacred contract with our bodies because I'm going through a very human experience and ending a 7-year cycle with people, places, and things, and even with myself, the old version of me, the Gia that had started her journey into awakening and processing and integrating and has now landed Mother Agua's new frequency and consciousness with great success. And now we are simply integrating her. And while downloading and integrating this new frequency, I have up leveled. And now I need to calibrate my entire physical environment to support and suit Mother Agua. So things that are not up to mark, I would say. And this is not judgment. I'm not saying you're beneath me or below me or, something's wrong with you. No, it's none of that nonsense. No, that's not how we work in the higher dimensions, okay? It's just simply what is required to land the mission is what is required. And there's no judgment on that. It is all in perfection and it's divinely orchestrated already because Gia has a contract with Mother Agua to land her frequency onto this planet, and I'm going to honor that contract. Oh boy. All right. So in this transition, I've had to make a lot of decisions. And in doing this, it's been my greatest teacher. Making decisions has actually been my greatest teacher because we have always been programmed to make decisions from our mind. That's how I was trained in my early life from kindergarten, from the age of 3, that what do you think? How do you think? Did you think this through? You need to study this essay to become a critical thinker. You must be a critical thinker in the world. I was placed in my mind, in my mental body at a very young age. And yes, I was 3 when I started school because I'm a December baby. Oh my goodness. My human really likes to just go all in. I couldn't even wait to turn 4. I just had to be 3. um, that happened. And then, of course, when I got older, uh, about the age of 10 to 12, I started to realize that I have very strong emotions. I feel very deeply. very, very deeply. And I always knew this, but it came more consciously aware to me that I'm a feeler. And then I started to recognize my heart. What do I feel about this? How can I move forward with my heart? Which took a lot of practice, by the way, because the mind would battle it. So then I got consciously aware of my heart's wisdom. Then later in my teen years and early 20s, I became aware of intuition and my intuition and how to work with it and use it as my gifts were coming more online. And then I became aware of the gut brain. Oh, my gut has a brain as well. My digestive system is just not digesting the food I'm eating, it is digesting everything around me and everything I'm consuming, and everything is energy. So my digestion is responsible for metabolizing all energies that I'm consuming: music, food, people, places, things, everything. So I started to incorporate my gut brain. So by the age of 21, I was aware of my mental body, my heart's wisdom, and my gut brain. So I started to work with them in harmony. I would connect them and see, okay, what is logically making sense here? What is my heart saying? And how do I feel about it through my gut? I've been working like that for years now. And now I'm in my late 20s. So years on years of practicing and working with the three wise minds in balance and harmony. Little did I know that was not enough. It is not enough, actually, because the ultimate wisdom keeper is your body's consciousness. Your body has signed up to be your vehicle and take you on a journey here on this planet. It knows where it's going. It already knows. And it starts to prep you for the next chapter. And in our 3D world, the conditioning we have to think from our mental body constantly battles it. And that is why we get stagnant, we get sick, we keep replaying trauma because of what ifs, the should ifs, the could ifs that are coming from our mental body. But the reality is, our body has already leaned into it. And if we can allow our body's consciousness to guide us and lean fully into it, our mind can take a bit of a backseat, and we don't need to think as hard and do as hard as we've been trained to do so. Because our body has a contract with our spirit, our soul. It is the home of our soul, and it wants to work with our soul. I'm dropping my crystals here. I'm sorry if you're watching me on camera. I'm currently holding a clear quartz and a citrine. Um, yes, so our body knows. So I will give you a beautiful example. I had when I landed Mother Agua in Sedona of September 2023. Prior to that, months prior to that, about 3, 4 months prior to that, my eating habits started to change. I started making everything a ritual. I started to take more baths and anoint myself with luxurious oils all over my body because that's what felt so good to me and that's what I wanted. Little did I know I was anointing my temple to have Mother Agua's consciousness land in. I started to repel a lot of food. I had to eat very little amounts and drink lots of water. And I started to take more high doses of electrolytes and salt tablets. And I did not know why I was doing this. My brains, all three of them had no idea. My body was prepping for Mother Agua. And when I was in Sedona, a little TMI here, but my body went through a massive purge and processing and releasing the old paradigm, and everything was exiting my body. Everything. I got to my menstrual cycle early while I was there because my womb was flushing out the old paradigm, the old version of me. And behold, now it is May. I'm very deep into it, but I'm still integrating Mother Agua because the human in me really resisted moving away from things. I had deep attachments, especially to the people, especially to the people. But I have released them because I know everything is divinely orchestrated and everything will always turn out in my highest good because my body will never take me where I'm not meant to go. And also around these people, my body would get very anxious and cold. And these are people I loved. Absolutely. And I love them till date. And I did not understand why I was feeling like this. I started to blame myself. I said, why am I so cold? Something is wrong with me. I'm low in iron. Why am I getting so anxious? What is wrong with me? Why does my body want to run out of this house all of a sudden? Why doesn't my car feel comfortable anymore? Why do the clothes not fit me anymore? What is wrong with me? Nothing is wrong. I was just being prepped for a next level. And my body started to tell me that this is not your place, Gia. It is not your place. It would go cold. It would numb out immediately and it would want to run out of those spaces and away from those people. And they are lovely people and lovely spaces. There's no judgment here again, but it's just the best example I have to explain that the body is the ultimate wisdom keeper. And it's always there guiding you on what is to come and where you actually belong and where your seat is. Where your seat is. But we tend to leave out the body's consciousness because we just assume that our body is just freaking out because it's unfamiliar and it will adjust. So we force our body to contract and fit into boxes when our body is actually meant to be our, I'm going to say, our code to freedom. It's meant to expand. Our body wants to expand. And that is why, even with posture, when we look at our body, if we are constantly doing things we do not find pleasure in, doing the jobs, doing the relationships, being the being we do not enjoy, our posture, our shoulders will contract. They will actually lean in and in a crunch position. When we are in expansion and full embodiment of our sovereignty and who we are, our shoulders and posture is straight and up. Your body will let you know immediately, immediately. And tuning into this consciousness uh, is a major quantum leap, I'm going to say. It is a leaping. It is leaping into your highest timeline, but our body knows where it's going and we must trust it. We must always trust our body. And I also want to talk about your body going through experiences. There's a lot of judgment in today's world placed on the body regarding appearances, fine lines, acne, weight gain, weight loss, stretch marks. All of these are a part of your journey. Okay. Your body has decided to experience this to help you expand, not contract and conform and try to problem solve with your body. Your body is not a problem. It is not a puzzle that you must solve. It is simply being and reflecting to you on what is happening and where you are going. And our body's contract with us is very sacred. It is the most sacred contract I say we have. And that is why I find it really funny because even with my clients, when they are so anxious and they are freaking out constantly, and by the way, I want to let you know, um, feeling anxious and anxiety is an illusion because it is your body's way of actually expanding you out of the old paradigm and your old way of being. So if you are feeling anxious about something, where are you compromising your being? Where are you not allowing yourself to be? Because your body wants to be and you are contracting it. So it's giving you these anxious emotions to support you in your expansion and move away. It is your body's signal. You don't need, and I'm going to say this with a lot of discernment, and please use your wise heart and your body to use this discernment. You don't need medication. You just have taken a seat at a table you may have outgrown, or it's just simply not yours. You're ready for a new table. Okay. But that is a contract we have with our body, and our body is the ultimate wisdom keeper. Right now, as I'm channeling Mother Agua, I'm not in my head, I'm actually in my body. I'm in my body. I am channeling her from my body. Okay, because logic does not actually apply because everything is energy. And I understand sometimes we need to be 3D and ground things and anchor them here in order to establish them. That is where our mental body is the best. But it does not need to be on 24/7. And we don't need to judge our body. In this transitional period and integrating Mother Agua, I'm experiencing a lot of acne on my face, which quite upset me, right? Because people do have the filters and you don't want to have anyone judge you. And my human was really feeling that. And then I just simply heard, let it be, let it be. The body is simply just purging out what is not required anymore. It's coming to the surface to release. And also, it is highlighting a massive insecurity for me. Why am I feeling insecure about showing up as I am? Our body will highlight and bring to surface our deepest shadows in the physical form. If you are feeling conscious about your weight and you are avoiding to dress the way you truly want to dress, I highly recommend you search deeper into the whys there. Why am I hiding? Why am I contracting? Why am I not adorning my body the way it wants to be adorned? Because I feel like somebody else may be disappointed. Sitting with your body daily, at least for 10 minutes, and tuning in with it and just showing it so much love for holding you and adorning your temple and visiting your temple daily, asking what it wants to eat, how it wants to move, how it wants to celebrate, how it wants to celebrate. And what wisdom will it like to keep and what would it like to move out? Just 10 minutes a day. This could simply be any time of the day. This will allow you and your body to connect very deeply, and you have greater understandings of why your body has chosen to go through a certain experience that you may be having right now. And this experience could be an illness as well. Okay. And on a very personal note, again, I'll use myself as an example here. Many do not know this, but at the age of 9 years old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. So I am so called insulin dependent. I held judgment around this, a lot of shame, a guilt, a lot of fear. I did not know how to respond. But then I simply learned with my wisdom and the guidance that I received from all my mentors that it's just a experience. I asked my body, why have you chosen to be diabetic? And the wisdom it gave to me, oh boy, the wisdom it gave to me. Gia, to protect you, to highlight the distortions in the medical world, to highlight the distortions in the food industries, to put you on the right path of eating, because food is actually my queendom. Yes. I'm here also to clean up a lot of gluten issues around the planet because gluten has been hijacked. And many other foods. I can go very deeper, but I feel like this will be another podcast episode for another day where I go deeper into food as Mother Agua because Gia's consciousness has a sacred contract with cleaning out distortions around food and land. Yes. Mm-hmm. So my body chose to be diabetic to protect me from a lot of distortions, actually, from coming into my temple. So I could keep it very pristine to land the higher frequencies in consciousness to do this very honorable work here with all of you. but your body will create conditions for you to take you where you are meant to be, to have the experiences you are meant to have, to unlock the wisdom that you are meant to know. It will always highlight that. And we don't need to go in our head and start judging it. We simply just need to sit with our bodies and be with it. That is all. And a lot of my clients, when they get into a lot of worries and they start to leave their body, because that's what we do too. That's the number one thing we actually do. When we get deeply concerned about external things, we hold our breath, which is the rhythm of our life, by the way. The breath is a rhythm of your life. We hold our breath. We don't eat, or we eat a lot. We crave not so pristine things. Again, I'm saying this without judgment. I've also been there, as I'm equally as human as you are. But we will do things that cause harm to our body when we are stressed and worried. When in fact, all we need to do is hold our bodies, sit with it, breathe with it, and be with it. Love it up. Ask what it requires for this transition to happen. We don't need to leave our bodies. And another thing I would like to point out is that there is, as we know, there is a matrix, right, in the 3D. Unfortunately, there's also a matrix in the spiritual world. There's a lot of training in all kinds of practices that train you to leave your body. If we have signed up to be here on the planet, to be here for Mother Gaia, to be here for humanity and God's creations on this planet, why is it so necessary for us to learn how to leave our body? When the only thing that is keeping us tethered and anchored and our frequency going on this planet to spread the beautiful, sacred medicine we are here to spread is our body. So why would we ditch our body? Why is it so important for us to constantly leave the body to become spiritual? That is a distortion, my loves. That is a distortion. Yes, you can learn how to astral project. You can learn to do magic with your body and your soul and spirit, but you must honor your temple. You must honor it because it is the only thing that is tethering you to this land so you can bless the planet. You cannot bless the planet if you don't have a body. So you can learn your practices on how to do your astral projections, your DMT releases, to do multi-dimensional traveling. But you must honor your body. Is your body available to have this experience with you? And when you come back, how will your body like to integrate the wisdom? It is a co-creation with the body. We are not here to just abuse the body and use the body, then leave. No, it is a very sacred contract. We're here to co-create with the consciousness of our bodies. All right, my loves. I am feeling that this is now completed and cups are full. Your cup is full. You have a lot of wisdom and knowledge on your body now and why is it so sacred and how to move with it, okay? And again, the formalities, right? The logical stuff now. If you would like more guidance on how to attune with your body's consciousness and what is your sacred contract with the body, everything is linked below. My email is there as well. I am currently activating channels and the new Earth bodies, meridian points as well, with my guides, the Marcadians, and your guides as well. If you are interested, you can please send me an email, or you can reach out to me on my social media as well. I do honor and receive all DMs. And this can also be done through the Akashic readings. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments how you resonated. Your likes, your subscriptions mean the world and beyond to me. I love you all so much. Have a very blessed day in your sacred bodies.